Hello, my name is James Thorpe and I'm the editor of International Security Journal, here on the Rhombus stand at the Security Event 2025, speaking with Gerald Oswald, who's Head of Sales and Channel for EMEA at APAC. Enjoy. So what are you currently seeing as the biggest opportunities and also challenges facing channel partners in the industry today?
Yeah, I think it's a really poignant question at the moment. I think it's really looking at how the channel partners are going to react and adapt to cloud coming into the industry more and more. It's becoming more and more prevalent over the last 5 years. I think the biggest change we've probably seen in the last 2 years in this industry is customers are now asking for that change, right? Before we had integrators really leading with that design and that implementation piece and what vendor and what product was being used. And now suddenly with the customers actually picking up to that point, educating themselves in the industry and really going out and trying to find out what the right product is for their fit. So I think that's really an area where we've got to see our security integrators specifically, like button down the hatches, right? Retain those customers that you've already got and look for ways to do more in those customers today. How can you expand what you're providing back to them, right? And I think we'll probably talk about a bit more today around how AI is coming into that space, right? How do I simplify those deployments? How do I provide more value back to different departments as well? And that's where I really think the change is going to hopefully come from for those security partners. Probably because you asked the impact for security partners, is also being very aware of IT partners and IT integrators in this space. I think it's an area that we start seeing get dominated a lot more by the IT decision makers as well. I think security used to always have a dedicated team, right? And coming across from where I came across, right, IT decision makers started holding that budget a lot of the time and making those decisions as well, because it's becoming a network endpoint, right? And customers expect more from that network endpoint and that solution that they're installing there today. So that's an area that I'd also try to really be aware of as well.
Fantastic. And when you think about kind of maybe moving to that a bit of proactive approach, provider, how are you helping people kind of transition to that, the new wave of cloud technology? How are you kind of helping partners react to those changes in the market?
Yeah, good question again. So we've got a multitude of different partner programs and education programs and trainings as well. Some of them remote online learning tools, right? As short as an hour. Get me introduced to cloud. How do I go and talk about this? What's the value I go and add back to my customer with this technology? All the way to the point of doing in-person technical trainings, right? Getting the engineers certified on how to go and install that. And I think you said a point that's really, really important to me in this area, which is how do I help my partners transition from reactive security to proactive security? And that's something that's only going to be possible with a cloud native solution, right? How do I deploy quicker? How am I informed of incidents or a camera going down without having to be on site? And it always reminds me of a customer I worked with at one point where we did a proof of concept, and the integrator came on site once a year to upgrade the firmware, and on average 20% of their cameras were down without them knowing. So that's where that move really needs to come from, is how do we help those partners become more educated on running a proactive security system? And I think it really comes down to three pieces really. It's people, partners and programs. So those are the three things we need to focus on, helping our partners make that slow transition and provide more value back to their customers as well.
Fantastic. And obviously you touched on a lot of key terms there. We mentioned AI earlier. One other, I guess you'd say, buzzword sounds negative, but it's also so important. Integration is a big talking point right now, and that's something at the heart of your ecosystem. What is integration to Rhombus? What is integration to you guys?
Yeah, so you'll see one kind of key word flying around our stand as well. It's looking at protection, but it's also looking how do we adapt, right? And I think that's our kind of key word for this year is how do I help a customer and a partner adapt their technology? There's a ton of different vendors in this market who do similar things, who are also a cloud native or cloud-based solution. But the kind of key piece that's missing is adaptability. It's ecosystem, it's integrations. And I think that's really where Rhombus is different, right? So you'll see there's a multitude of different vendors on our stand here today. See a bunch of integration logos as well over there. We don't just have our own cameras on our stand today. And that's because it's important to help our customers make that adaptation as well. Maybe they need to make that first step into the cloud and they're not really ready to go and rip and replace their whole system today. Actually, they just want to bring their existing cameras into the cloud. We can help them do that with Rhombus Relay, right? It's a little box, it's a piece of hardware. Next thing you know, your video's in the cloud. Maybe in 6 or 12 months, you want to start looking at AI. Well, it's as simple as turning on a Rhombus license, And that existing piece of on-premise hardware you've had sat there for 5 or 6 years is now cloud-enabled. It's doing facial recognition, it's counting people. It's doing things it wasn't doing 12 months ago. So I think that's really going to be the most important piece for me. We've got a ton of really exciting ecosystem partners that we work with as well, from point of sale integrations, right, to Slack integrations, be it InnoRange, be it MeldCX, who we've got on our stand here today demoing some of these AI capabilities, right? We will hit our limitations of what we can provide with our own AI out of the box. And at that point, we've got to have a system that provides that customer to go and do more with that platform, right? It's kind of what I said again earlier, right? Customers want more from their platform. Their needs are going to change in 12 months, in 24 months. Think about a retailer and how their business changes over 3 years, how they have to bring in different systems to do different things. Their security system needs to be able to do the same, so they need to be able to go and demand more from it. That's it.
So in your current role as well, how do you ensure there's that level of trust and momentum when you engage with the market and with your customers as well?
Yeah, so I mean, across my kind of IT background as well, I've been in the industry for probably about 8 or 9 years, and I met some of our partners over the last couple of days here as well. It's really about trust and integrity, I think, more than anything. It's, this industry is built on people. And I think we really need to go and take it back to that core value of what security is built on, and that's for protecting people. People do business with other people, right? And I think that's something that Rhombus has done very well since we've launched the market, right? We've only really launched our UK team as of last year, and I think this platform today is really our launch pad for that. And it's looking at how we bring those people together. Focusing back on what really matters, which is our channel partners, which often gets lost in the middle, I think, a lot of time. I'm a channel guy. My background is from channel and distribution, right? I really value what our channel partners do. And for me, it's really, we win or lose together. Right? We win or lose together. So it's about protecting those partners, ensuring their margins are protected as well, providing the right level of support and integrations for them to go and be successful and win those opportunities and support their customers in that transition. And that's really my goal on a day-to-day basis, is helping those partners make that transition as well. We're going through a period of transformation, and I think this is probably the biggest year we'll see those big jumps happen. Right, and you've probably seen it walking around the show today, right? The amount of AI companies here today, the amount of new solutions coming into market, this wasn't the same last year, right? Things are changing quickly. Got to have the right solution to help them adapt to that as well.
Absolutely. Pleasure.
Great.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Great to meet you.